Alright, so it's been about 12 hours since I put the glue down and put this down. Just screwed the flange in. And because this floor is nowhere near level, I think I'm going to test fit the toilet and see if it's going to sit like it's supposed to on the floor. If not, I might have to screw that flange back out and actually lay a second sheet, glue a second sheet on top of this sheet to get the floor to the right thickness, so that the flange screws down on the floor, then the toilet is sitting on the floor. Also, I stepped over here at the edge right here at the door, and where it was really thick and stuff, it's not dry quite yet. So there's that. I've already tracked glue all through the place. Tried making a video about it when I first got in here, but camera acted weird, so I had to reset the phone. Yeah, so it's funny. I have absolutely no idea how many people are actually going to watch this thing, if any, and so big thing. Oh, I did figure out how to turn the flash off though, so now you can see me in the mirror. Yeah, tighter shirt today, less fat. Yeah, like that's what people are watching this video for. So, oh my God, can't see in that one. Yeah. Light on, light off. Light on. Anyway, yeah, I'm easily amused. Aren't we all? It's a guy thing. Interesting. This was something I myself wanted information on, and couldn't really find a good explanation about it. This right here, in this application, when you first take the toilet up, these have screws in them, and it's screwed into whatever your floor is made out of. But it is also threaded into the top of the black tank. Now, in your house, I do believe the sucker's cemented in. You ever taken one out of a house? So if I'm wrong, yeah, I'm wrong. But just to let you know, in an RV application, this one was screwed into the top of the black tank. So it's probably not going to get screws right here. I probably should screw it right there. That would make more sense. But I don't want to, I'll figure out what I'm going to do later. I might actually put some screws down in there. But yeah, these things were just big chunks of rust. I had to drill the heads off of it, and then I thought I had to pull this up. It wouldn't come up. Because for the older toilets, these bolts here are set. One would be like right here and right here. You know, it's like at a 45 something. And all new toilets are just like a house toilet. They're at 90 degrees to the back wall, you know, whatever. So, yeah, y'all don't want to see down in there. There's nothing that's in there. It's black. It's actually empty. It's got, you know what? Let's not think about what might be in there. But yeah, I figured some people go over this, but they don't tell you, they don't explain like, hey, yeah, the flange screws down into the top of the black tank. I'm also waiting on a 90-degree elbow. I'm going to fix that. It'll work. I had it together. I flushed the commode. It needs a 90. There's just too much stress. See, it's all plastic. This is plastic. This is plastic. This is all plastic. Everything's plastic but a couple of metal pins to, hold things together. Look, there's a spring up there and a cotter pin. I'm pretty sure there's some other stuff in there that's got a little bit of metal to it. So, welcome to the world of Chinesium. Oh, shit. Although, I do like working with PEX now. I thought it was going to be complicated. Yeah, not that complicated. I mean, I'm doing the squeeze clamp deal, and I'm not using the expansion stuff that just seems to randomly fail. So, yeah, we're all learning. Or I'm talking to myself. One or the other. Technically, I'm talking to myself. Nobody may ever watch this, so go figure. But I figured they look it, they might find it. And I'm recording this for two different platforms, so I'm gonna have to quit mentioning which platform I'm talking. Yeah, anyway. All right, a little bit of progress. So, you see this thing right here? It's a slope. It's like a cone on the back of this thing. when you cut your holes in the floor for it, make sure you account for that so that your flange can get all the way to the floor. Yeah. Had to go get some tools. Also, you'll notice this thing here. That's a spacer gasket. Because even with the flange screwed all the way in, with the relief cuts in it, when it's bottomed out in the threads, it still had the thickness of a piece of flooring before the toilet would set down. So I set a whole big square down here, cut a hole in it, relieved it for the flange, screwed the flange all the way down as tight as it would go and still remain, keep the bolts where it needs to be. Then I screwed it all down. Then I set the toilet on here, took a Sharpie, drew around the toilet on the outside and tried to leave the black mark when I cut this. Now I'm going to put the toilet back down. And I'll do some trimming around the toilet. Is it ideal? No. Is it what I've got to work with? Yes. And it's hot in here, so if the air conditioning's blowing over the audio, deal with it. I think I've sweated off at least a pound. Whew. Yeah, and it ain't even summer yet. So, next, we'll be wrapping this up here in a little bit. Oh, I guess you can hear me now. Anyway. Wow, potato cam again. Sure. Just not focused at all. Let's just wander down the hallway. Alright. Ta-da! Need to put an elbow in the pecs and then screw it onto the back. But I could actually bend that pecs up, screw it on. It would work right now. I'm waiting on an elbow. Yeah. It's on. It's down. It's good. And if I never work on another camper toilet in my life, I will be happy. Y'all can't see me like the faces behind the camera. You could put it up there to the thing, but then you can't see me in the... Now let's face it. Okay. Wow, that's just wrong. That's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it. Can't see me make faces when I'm behind the camera, but you can see me in the mirror. But then you can see the camera, so... Still figuring out this video thing. Me caveman, me not know how to make camera work. Bash it with rock. Sure, it'll work. Need to put them little doohickey things on top of the screws down there. I'm going to vacuum one last time in here. But honestly, we're holding off on the deep cleaning until we get the rest of the flooring done. And decide what we're going to do with this bed platform thingy, because I have to get up under this to work on some other stuff. Like back over in here, there's a gas-powered hot water heater that I installed that needs to be sort of finished out in there. I mean, it's plumbed in, it works, if it comes on, the trailer didn't burn down. That was a personal best right there. But there's a little bit of water damage around the seal that needs to be, ripped out, replaced, done better. The battery box is back over in there. Need to put a battery in this thing. The inverter works, and it just needs to be, skiffied up. I mean, us guys, we'd sleep in it as is, but gotta work on the table in the kitchen here. Right now we've got it as a couch because the table don't want to stay on the wall, and really need to get up underneath that couch and check some wiring out. I may or may not post more on this. I don't know. But I'm going to turn that makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. But yeah. Toilet's in. So, guess y'all tired of watching me talk and look at the toilet. So let's look at this sink. What is this? The shower bathtub dingy thing that probably needs some... I don't know. That might actually be the color, but... Almost looks like it. I doubt it. There's that little spot over there that's like right in there where something was taken up. I think a soap dish. CLR. Not sponsored. All right, people. I'm just wasting time and rambling.